Well, here's a quick tip. One way to hold in extension cords, especially if you have them plugged into one of these strips, like a surge protector strip, because I actually have two cords going across the way, kind of like where I have a makeshift carport, and one's a green wire, and one's this heavy plug. What I use is these long tie ties. So I got it wrapped around here once, and then and just cut this off, and I got it on there tight because I don't want to. I'm not going to pull this cord, and actually, if I do, then I'll just have to clip this. But every once in a while, they come loose, and then I'll have to come back here because maybe I'll kick this with my foot, or I'll put something else in here, another cord in here, and they knock this one loose. These are kind of like permanent cables, but I don't want them permanent because I don't want permanent electricity to that area, because then it'll be considered a permanent structure. Maybe I'm not sure how that really works. But we'll just wrap it around here once and go around this side here, and then we'll tie it off again, and then this one will be held in nice and tight. And this was a replacement plug because I actually stepped on this one. So what I did was I put the you got to use extra long tie ties for this because the short one, the regular ones won't reach. And I put it underneath this bolt here, this screw, so that this can't come in to get loosened up anyway. And I pulled them tight with this, make sure they're tight, and all you got to do is clip them off. So, and you know, it's just an aggravation that, you know, some things you don't want pulled out. That's the best way to do it. You can use a string too, but this is stronger than a string, and it's more secure, I think. You know, besides being stronger, it's not gonna, it's flat, and you want to make sure this little part here is not on a flat side, so if you hold this down like that, it would stay good. But that, now I won't loosen these up because those are pretty much semi-permanent. I don't ever disconnect them, so I figured I'm going to leave them like that. If you got an extension cord running to, let's say you got an extension cord running to an overhead light outside your garage or outside your shed for some security lights, and you're using a stripper clip like this, you know, strip clip, whatever, not stripper clip, but a, you know, a thing where you got multiple plugs. Well, that's an idea too, because like, say for instance, I don't have it on this one. This one's real permanently wired, but say you have security lights like that up there, and you use a plug, and it goes into one of those surge protector strips. Well, you don't want that coming loose, you know, if it's on a timer. So that's another idea. You can have that on the top of your shed, on top of your garage, in front of your house, whatever, in your carport. That's something you don't want coming loose. So the surge protectors are pretty good. And so, like, if I use power tools, I like the surge protector because it'll trip the surge protection if I'm overloading the circuit without overloading the circuit breaker. But when I'm unplugging and plugging in power tools, sometimes I loosen these up. So that's why we're using these tie ties. You got to use some extra long ones. Simple tip, but pretty damn handy. And like I said, it's not just for, you know, it could be something that you have semi-permanently wired. It could be anything. I gave the example of security lights, but it could be a lot of different stuff.